Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your host, ID Jester. We're on hero number 20. What are we on? 20. I don't want to get this wrong. 26. Hero number 26, which is going to be Skyscraper. Here, as we look at every single hero in Sentinels of the Multiverse and do a tutorial and cover every one of the cards that are in their deck, plus all of the character cards and all of the variations. So hero number 26 is Skyscraper. So her claim to fame is kind of like Ant-Man. She can grow really, really big and really, really tiny. And she's the first character in the Sentinels of the Multiverse with a multiple different level of hero card. So let's take a look at her and see what she's got going on here. Skyscraper. So she's group affinity is the Free Norath. Look at her background story. If you're interested, you can put this on pause later on. And we'll look at the variants as well. And again, you can put this on pause if you're watching later on YouTube. Alright, so let's show the cards, and as you can see, we have 3 different cards here for Skyscraper. They have a huge character card with 33 hit points. Skyscraper Concussive Clap. Power. Skyscraper deals each non-hero target 2 sonic damage, and each hero target 0 sonic damage. On the backside, it is one player may play a card, destroy an environment card, or until the start of your next turn. This card is a 1 hit point destructible target. That is card number 1. Card number 2 is, again, Skyscraper 33. Normal Surveillance. Power. Draw 2 cards. This is their normal size card. And then last but not least, Skyscraper 33 hit points. Tiny card. Sneaking. Power. Play up to 2 link cards. You may put either 1 link card from play or 2 link cards from your trash into your hand. We look at the variants. Same thing. 32 hit points. This is Skyscraper Extremis. Huge power is Upheaval. Power. Destroy an environment card. If it was a target, Skyscraper deals 1 target 3 projectile damage. If not, Skyscraper deals each target 2 sonic damage and switches to her normal character card. Speaking of her normal character card, Skyscraper Extremis 32 hit points. Normal. Improvise. Power. You may play a link or move a link from your trash to your hand. Play the bottom card of your deck. And as Tiny Skyscraper Extremis, 32 hit points. Enter Ravenous Assault. Power. Skyscraper deals 1 target X irreducible toxic damage, where X is the number of links on the target plus 1. Either destroy a link or switch to your normal character card. Alright, and that is all the variants that she has. This is the one that I've got unlocked. There might be others, but I don't have access to them, so I can't obviously show them off. But what I can do is show off the rest of her cards. She comes with 16 cards in her deck, plus, of course, the 3 different character cards. And, of course, she's all about size and manipulating your size. 2 copies of Aggression Modulator. Equipment Link. Play this card next to an environment target. Reduce damage dealt by that target to hero targets by 2. And increase damage dealt by that target to villain targets by 1. So how many times have we come across a environment target that's hitting both the villain and the heroes and doing damage? Well, you can now keep that card in play, make it more damaging to the villain and not damaging to the heroes. Very good. Very helpful. Alright, we have Catch a Ride. 2 copies. 1 shot. You have to be in tiny form. Switch to Skyscraper's tiny character card. A hero target other than Skyscraper deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. Skyscraper deals 1 target dealt damage that way 2 irreducible melee damage. 3 copies of Colossal Left Hook. It's a one-shot and you have to be huge. Switch to Skyscraper's huge character card. Skyscraper deals 1 target 3 melee damage. You may discard a card. If you do, you may play a card. Nice. Nice power there. Compulsion Canister Equipment Link. Play this card next to a target. That target deals itself and 1 other non-hero target 2 irreducible psychic damage now. Cool. So, like itself and 1 other target, 2 irreducible damage and non-reducible. Irreducible is awesome. 2 copies of that card. 2 copies of Cortex Hyper Simulator. Try and say that 5 times fast. Cortex Hypostimulator. Equipment Link. Play this card next to a target. Reduce the first damage dealt by that target each turn by 1. At the end of the turn, that target deals itself 1 lightning damage. Nice. Energy Evac. One-shot normal. Switch to Skyscraper's normal character card. Destroy all link cards, all environment cards, and up to 2 villain ongoing cards. Each hero target regains a hit point. Very nice. 2 copies of that card. Explosive Reveal. It's a one-shot normal. Switch to Skyscraper's normal character card. Destroy any number of link cards. Skyscraper deals up to X targets 2 projectile damage and 2 fire damage each, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way. Explosive Reveal. Next up is Linking Incursion. Incursion. There's 4 copies of this card. One-shot Tiny. Switch to Skyscraper's Tiny character card. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until 2 link cards have been revealed. You may put each of those cards either into your hand or into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards into your deck. Nice. Micro Assembler Equipment Link. Play this card next to a hero character card. The hero gains the following power. Discard a card, then switch your deck for search your deck for an equipment card and put it either into your hand or into play, then shuffle your deck. There's a lot of characters out there that would love to have equipment cards put into play and powers to be able to find them and activate them. That's going to be very helpful for a lot of her friends out there. So, Micro Assembler, 2 copies of that card, 2 copies of Neuralizing Resonator, Equipment Link. Play this card next to a villain character card and discard the top card of that villain's deck. At the start of your turn, you may destroy 1 ongoing card. If you do, destroy this card. Alright, next up is the Proportionist. There is 2 copies of this card. Ongoing Limited. Increase sonic damage dealt by Skyscraper by 1. When Skyscraper character card is switched to a large size, Skyscraper deals each non-hero target 1 melee damage. When Skyscraper's character card is switched to a smaller size, draw a card. And there are 2 copies of that card. 2 copies of Rebounding Debilitator Equipment Link. Play this card next to a non-hero target. When the target would deal 3 or more damage, prevent that damage. Then either destroy this card or put it on top of your deck. So constantly coming back and helping, that's really helpful. Really helpful. 3 copies of Rest and Recover. It's a one-shot normal. Switch to Skyscraper's normal characters card. Skyscraper regains 1 hit point. Draw 1 card and move 1 card other than rest and recover from your hand to your trash. 3 copies of Tectonic Chokeslam. 1 shot huge, switch to Skyscraper's huge character card. Skyscraper deals 1 target 4 melee damage. Skyscraper deals each target 1 projectile damage. 3 copies of that card. 3 copies of Thorian Monolith. Ongoing huge. When this card enters play, switch to Skyscraper's huge character card. Reduce damage dealt to Skyscraper by 2. Redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target to Skyscraper. And at the start of your turn, destroy this card. Again, redirecting all damage. She's got nice damage reduction because of this. It only lasts 1 round. There aren't 3 copies of this card, so that could definitely help some of the squishy characters out there. And last but not least, 3 copies of Undetectable Relinking. Switch to Skyscraper's tiny character card. Put any number of link cards in play back in your hand. You may play X links and or tiny cards now, where X is the number of link cards returned to your hand by this card. So basically, get all your links back and redistribute them back out so they don't go to characters that you don't need them on anymore or anything like that, which is kind of nice. Redistributing all of your links. She has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 link cards. So she's got a lot of ways to link things. She's got ways to get extra damage, reducing damage, dealing damage to enemies, playing it next to a target and it's going to deal itself damage, reducing the amount of damage they do, and then dealing damage to itself. Getting link cards and adding them, putting them into play. Giving a character a power to find an equipment card. And destroying ongoing cards. And last but not least, when that character is going to deal 3 or more damage, you can prevent that damage from happening. So she's very interesting. What do I think about Skyscraper? Well, the gimmick of, switching from big to small and stuff is kind of, it's there and it's cool. And if you like Ant-Man type characters or Wasp or any of that, if you enjoy that, manipulating up and down, being big size, being little size and all that, having lots of different character cards, which will give you different powers. So you're kind of managing not only your hand of cards, but you're also managing what size you are, so you can activate different powers and do different things with the cards. And yeah, if it's kind of an interesting gameplay. Obviously, it's with Ant-Man and Wasp. It's nothing new, nothing we haven't seen before. If you played Marvel Champions or anything like that. But obviously, yeah, it's got its own gimmick, obviously, in Sentinels and the Multiverse, and it does work pretty decently. Although I guess the one kind of downside is most of her powers have kind of, the amount of damage she does is okay. She's, I guess, kind of more of a support character because of the linking and putting on links on heroes and enemies to be able to give them to do other things and kind of manipulate the battlefield a little bit, which is kind of cool, and it kind of makes you feel like that. Now, a lot of when she turns tiny, she does all the kind of tiny, crafty little things, and when she turns big, it's mostly, I do a bunch of damage type thing, which is pretty consistent with, Ant-Man or Wasp or anything like that. Yeah, I think she's pretty good. She's pretty interesting, and, manipulating the multiple different powers, manipulating all of her different cards and manipulating where you're putting out your links, when you're pulling your links back, when you're putting your links out, and doing all that. It's kind of a fun, interesting way to play the character, and I think she's plays pretty decent. I would say she's one of these weird characters because, again, I own a bunch of copies of this game, and I don't recall, like, I think I might only have, like, maybe one copy of her. She came in some pack. I don't remember which pack she came in. Maybe we should look that up. Sentinels of the Multiverse Sky. Great skyscraper. All right. Let me see if I can figure this out here. So, skyscraper, Sentinel Comics Wiki. Yeah, that's probably not going to give me the information I was really just looking for. Skyscraper War. There's questions about her. I'm just looking to see, like, which pack she came in. Where can I buy a copy of Extremist Skyscraper? That's a good question. Extremist Skyscraper was a promo that came with Oblivion. There's also a complete variant hero collection. Okay, so if you wanted to find out about Extreme Skyscraper, but where did she... see. Of course, I can't find it. So, if somebody knows, put it in the comments section down below. Unless I do find it here. Yeah, that's absolutely no help either. So, all right, let's look at the expansions. Does it tell us about the expansions now? All right. It goes over in detail the definitive edition, but it doesn't tell us. All right, well, I don't know right off the top of my head, and I can't find the information for some reason. That's right. No more lurking, Thoroughboard. No more lurking. You got to make sure you announce when you're here and make sure you show up at least once a week. And yeah, I'm going to get with you about getting together sometime and just having a chat. I'll email you probably this weekend. We'll see if we can schedule a time just to catch up on things. You can tell me what's been going on with your life and what's going on with my life. But we'll talk about that during that. I'll email you and we'll set up a date and a time. All right, so that is tutorial series for Sentinels of the Multiverse. Hero number 26, Skyscraper. Interesting. I don't know what pack she came in. I think it was one of the boxed editions, but I'm not absolutely sure which one. But anyways, I couldn't find that information. If I do find it, I'll try and put it in the comments section down below, or I will announce it when we do Hero number 27. I'll say, oh, by the way, those of you who are watching Hero 26, I found out where she came. Because maybe in between episodes I can do a little bit better research. Anyways, thanks so much for coming by, Thorough4 and everyone else that came by. We do appreciate it. We'll be in touch soon, my friends. You take care of yourselves. Hopefully you enjoyed a look at Skyscraper and my opinions on her gimmick and what she does. And yeah, she's an interesting character to play. Definitely worth a look at. I would definitely say she's kind of a mid-ranged support character that does a little bit of stuff for herself, being able to manipulate the battlefield with all of her little links and stuff. So anyways, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody, and have a great night. We'll see you guys soon. And Thorough4, I will be emailing you this weekend, and we'll see if we can schedule a time. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.